Alright, it is day 17. The last time I went this long, Bill Clinton was still president. His impeachment was going on. We had a budget surplus. We had Cassini had just been launched, although I really didn't follow it. Really didn't follow Cassini all that much until at least the time it was approaching Jupiter. I was in 8th grade when it was approaching Jupiter, and that's when I first heard about it. And obviously during the grand finale, Y2K was on the horizon, and those were definitely some good times. And I want to say that the last 17 days have been ups and downs, and I really want the ups though, but I hope I can get rid of most of the downs. So for example, it's opened up a whole lot of creativity. I started writing AI for Mexican checkers, among other variations of some of the games. I started writing another variation of backgammon called Super Gammon. I'll have to show it to you guys at some point. I started writing Century Spice Road, the AI for that, and among other board games. There's been a few other variations of the game of Pandemic. I started programming AI for that as well. And also some of the Pokemon TCGs, I've been programming AIs for that. And I've also gone to a few events. We still don't have a man versus machine event. I hope they will introduce one. I'll have to go back and try to sell that idea again at the next tournament. We got a tournament in Portland, Oregon in, I think, September. And all is good. I connect with new people. See, one of the problems I ran into at my old job is I didn't know my boss very well. The way he quirks and all that. What are some life issues that he will attend to, so that could be a good reason for me to take time off. What are things he doesn't want to hear in my life? I didn't know any of that. So I made it a mission at this job to get to know my boss at a more personal level. And when I wasn't masturbating, it kind of forced me out of the closet to go talk to my boss about some of these things. So my boss, I learned he's a very big stickler of the rules, because here in Washington State, you have to give your employees half an hour break for every 5 hours of work. I really didn't mind having to work 6-7 hours in a row. I work at a tutoring center. It's summertime, and we have some flexibility with how to arrange the students. And the students were available, except my boss said that it was illegal for him to give it to me. But I really wanted it, because it forces me to fast and not masturbate. And but he's a big stickler of the rules. He refuses to do that. So now I have to spend half an hour taking a walk or something to distract my mind off of the masturbating and the eating. But I really love not masturbating, because it's forcing me to open up a whole lot more. Now the problem is, sometimes at night I toss and turn. Sometimes I still daydream about doing it. And unfortunately, sometimes... see, this is where it really hurts, right? Imagine I had a smoking habit, and I told my boss, you know, I wouldn't mind working 7 hours, because I really don't want to have a break where I could go outside and smoke. You know, I'm just starting to quit smoking. I can imagine him being more understanding. He still might not break the rules, but he might be more understanding and supportive of it, right? I cannot imagine what would have happened yesterday if I told him the truth on why I wanted the 7 hours in the row. I guess the fasting maybe, certainly not the masturbating, right? And that's where it really hurts, is that people I can't even tell people why I'm fucked up half the time, right? Sometimes I'll be talking to a friend who tempts me to do it, right? And I can't even tell her, right? I am Facebook friends with, well, a celebrity from another country. Sometimes some of my former classmates. I had, I'm trying to think who tempted me the most recently. There's at the Pokemon TCG, right? I can't even tell these people. I had to leave the TCG event early the other day because there was too much temptation. One of the girls there, I can't even tell her why, right? I just have to say that I got an early morning meeting tomorrow. I got to leave early, and which is less than ideal, I want to say, because it gives her the impression that maybe she's not as important as the early morning meeting, and when in reality it's the other way around, right? I was talking to a celebrity that I know from another country, and I had to cut the conversation short. And I hope to return to traveling again at some point. And what if I happen to sit next to somebody on a plane who gives me the an urge, right? Or years ago I would have loved that, but right now I really want to quit masturbating because it's really forced me to open up, right? Now, eventually I hope to travel again in Taiwan and Eastern Europe. Oh my God, there's a good chance I'm going to sit next to somebody who's going to give me an urge if I fly to any of those countries, right? And it's just hot and cold, let's put it that way. One moment I'm on top of the world, the next I'm in withdrawal. One moment I feel like I could find the cure for cancer, the other moment I just want to die. And I really love the high parts, though. Hopefully the low parts will go away. And I mean, there was a time when I never masturbated and everything was okay, right? Bill Clinton was being impeached. We had a budget surplus. Cassini was launched. We were mourning Princess Diana. I want those days to come back. I felt just fine those days, right?